If you are a high school senior who wants to attend a four-year college or university, we have created a video checklist just for you. If you are just starting your college application process, start at the beginning of this video and work your way through to the last point. If you have already begun to get together your list or applications, review everything on this list and note what you still need to accomplish. October is a critical month in the college application process, so now is the time to start your applications. Don't wait. Hi, I'm Margaret Meek, and this is a checklist for college applications. The From Nest to Wings YouTube channel has videos that explain the how-tos of the points on this checklist. Watch the videos to help you better understand what you need to do, when, and why. You and your family can watch videos and enhance your understanding of college applications today. With all the changes that have happened in the last few years, it is essential for your information to be current. While putting together and submitting your application may sound overwhelming, our first tip is that you set up a regular time to work exclusively on your application process. If you give 1 hour each, 3 times a week, you will make great progress, feel less overwhelmed by the process, and bring a fresh approach to reviewing all you have accomplished. Have a discussion with your parents or guardians about your college search. While college attendance is your choice, there are implications for your family. There's an outline for this discussion on the From Nest to Wings website. Find an application tracking form that works for you. This will allow you to measure schools against what you want and need from them and against each other. Nest offers a tracking form on our website. You can add or subtract measure criteria as needed. Research colleges that are attractive to you based on location, school type, transportation, academic offerings, and more. One positive outcome of the pandemic is that schools have beefed up their online presence so you can collect information from home. Visit your top schools if possible. Find 3 individuals willing to write recommendations for you. You may not need 3 for each application, but having 3 available for college and scholarship applications will be helpful. Ask early in the semester. Provide them a listing of your activities, an understanding of what you hope to study, deadlines, and a process understanding for each application. You may not have all this information when you ask for the reference, but you need to provide such as soon as possible. You need your counselor and a teacher, but you can also use an activity advisor, a coach, a boss, or a character reference. Schedule a meeting with your high school counselor at your earliest convenience. Have an open discussion of your plans, the process you are undergoing, and an understanding of the assistance you need from that individual. Ask clarifying questions, listen to your counselor's advice, and help your counselor learn all they can about who you are and how they can be of assistance. Once you narrow your list of schools to receive your application, find out the following information on each. What form of application do they use? Do they utilize the Coalition, Common, or HBCU applications? Do they require supplemental information or essays? If so, how do you submit those items? What are the deadlines for early action, early decision, and regular applications? Decide which application timeframe is your target. Does the school have a testing requirement? That means, are the ACT or SAT optional or required? Do they refuse to accept an ACT or SAT score? And do they have any specific application tests for their college? Is there an interview process as a part of the college's application requirement? What is the application fee for each school? Do they have a waiver process or a free application day? Learn the address to which you need to submit all application materials. Arrange with your high school or school district to have a copy of your transcript sent to each school receiving an application. As they are official copies, they will need to be sent from the administrator directly to the school. It is not uncommon that you might have to pay for a transcript to be mailed. You must know the timeline for your applications and the time it will take for your transcript request to be completed. Take either standardized test, the ACT or the SAT. Remember, you do not have to submit your scores unless you choose to. Once you have your score, evaluate your performance and the impact that score will have on your applications. Your counselor can help with that. Do not hesitate to take the test a second time. Studies indicate that student scores generally increase as you become more familiar with the test and its components. There are lots and lots of free test preparation materials available. Take advantage of the ones that work best with your study and preparation styles. Note, sending scores can cost a fee. Clean up your social media and work to make sure that you are not making comments or sending messages that undermine your future. Now it is time to fill in your application. Start with the demographic information, your activities, employment, recommenders' names, contact information, and any other fill-in-the-blank information requested. Make sure you use your full name and that you use that name consistently throughout each application. Be honest about any disciplinary action with which you have been involved. Proof everything entered, and be honest. Do not misrepresent your experience, grades, class rank, or any other aspect of your application. Draft your essay. Start with an outline so you know where your writing will take the reader. Complete the draft, set it aside for some time, and then come back and proof your essay. Ask for a fresh set of eyes to review your essay. The person who helps you proof should not rewrite your document. The essay needs to reflect who you are. Ask the individual to look for grammar issues and distracting elements. In other words, are you adding concepts to your essay that do not speak to your thesis? Make sure your essay is saying what you desire to have shared. Once the proof is complete, put your essay away for a few days and then reproof it. If you need to write a second essay, draft that paper with the same process we just discussed. Now work on your responses to any short answer questions. The same process works for short answer questions as well. Remember, you do not want to reiterate your activities or course listing in your written responses for a college application. You want to tell the reader something you learned, something you wish you had learned, connections you made in your mind, or resources as you progress through your life experiences. Use your writing to show the reader who you are, not what you have done. Collect and submit all supplemental items that may be required by one or more colleges to which you apply. Make sure your transcript, test scores if needed, and recommendations have been submitted well before the deadline. Make sure you adapt your application responses as needed for each school to which you apply. Listing another college in your essay because you didn't take time to proof each application will not reflect well on you, and it may well earn you a rejection letter. Pay your application fee. Once every question has been addressed and all blanks have been filled, submit your application. Make sure you hit the submit button well before the deadline. You can't control electricity or software issues. And more than one university each year has its website crash as all last-minute applications are submitted. Practice your interview skills if applying to a school that uses a staff or alum interview. Track your applications, send any supplemental information requested by any college, and be ready to evaluate the acceptances and financial packages you receive. Watch the next video on what to do as you receive your acceptance letters. Put on your to-do list that you need to file your FAFSA, the Federal Financial Aid application, as close to October 1st as you can. Create a target list for scholarships. Get busy on those applications. Make sure your college applications reflect who you are, whom you want to be, and the truth about your past. Take responsibility for every word and answer submitted on your application. If you're going to be a college student, it is time to start building your confidence by taking responsibility for your applications. You want your entire application package to show that you are accurate, well-balanced, and that you know your future is bigger than your present. You've got this. Take one step at a time, focus, don't lose your momentum, work your way through this checklist. If you found any of this information useful, hit the like button or perhaps consider subscribing. And if you have any questions, let us know in the comments down below.